let's see what happens. I mean, we're gonna get some kind of official statement on Monday, if not sooner, about this whole event, I'm sure. The talisman system is here to stay. Who got good ones? Who got bad ones? How do you get them? Do you want to win some free stuff? And the most important question you should ask, will these ever be available again in the future in some other way? Who knows? Let's talk about it.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. Talisman Keeper 3-day event is live. There are 8 tasks. I don't think any of these actually... Okay, yeah, you can complete this every day. The fight in the arena and the grand arena every day. I think everything else is just one-time playthrough. So I wanted to first talk about the 7 talismans and which ones I think are going to have an impact and which ones I think already do have an impact. I think without a doubt, these 2 right here are going to be incredibly impactful. I think the agility one with physical attack for Ishmael, strength and armor for Ziri, I think is going to be fantastic. I think the agility, armor penetration for Astrid and Lucas is going to be really good. I don't think that the critical hit chance for Yasmine is going to matter. I'll talk about why in just a second. The Karkh talisman, the extra agility is good, but the magic defense is eh. And it looks like the Lars and Krista actually don't matter much at all. They are still good on offense. They are still bad on defense. You know, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't get them. That doesn't mean that, you have to get them. It just feels like they haven't really moved the needle much in either direction whenever I make statements like that. Now, admittedly, this is only a day or 2 into it, and lots of things could change as we go. Of course, let's first discuss how you unlock these different talismans. I know that you get the first 3, Ziri, Ishmael, and Astrid and Lucas, for just logging in. And that's good because I think that Ishmael and Ziri are going to be the 2 strongest of the entire batch. If you're not using Ziri to counter physical attacking teams, then maybe you should consider her. And Ishmael, with his recent rework, I think is really good. Astrid, I feel like, is very strong as well. There are some concerns in the community about being level 120. I'm not level 120 yet, and I want to get access to the Ziri talisman. I want to get access to the Ishmael talisman. Will these talismans be available in the future? That's a great question, and one I'm going to ask probably 6 more times during this video. We are getting talismans for every single hero over the course of the next year or so. Will the talismans be available again before everybody gets their talismans, or do we have to wait until the end? That's a great question. The next way to earn some talismans is by spending energy. Thanks to members of the community for sharing this screenshot here. Spending 5,000 energy in 3 days is it's a little expensive. It's not it's not free to play for sure, but you can definitely spend some emeralds, maybe some saved up energy bottles to spend 5,000 energy. Now, if you take a look at Yasmine's ability, the reason why I feel like critical hit isn't that great is because this ability right here, when Dance of Death is activated, Yasmine's critical hit chance and dodge are increased for 10 seconds. Now, this Dance of Death is obviously the ultimate. You ult with attackers relatively quickly. Whenever this ult goes off, you have a 10-second boost to critical hit chance and dodge. So for the first little bit of the fight, you want more critical hit. Yeah, that's great. But critical hit is one of those stats you do get to this point. Your attacks are critical hits more often than not, but still it's random chance. And with this ability, against some heroes, your critical hit chance is above 80, above 90%. The bonus critical hit chance that this talisman provides is going to be helpful. It's going to make it a little bit more consistent, but it's still a random chance. The actual bonus is the agility, the bonus damage through physical attack that the agility provides, the bonus armor that's going to be applied to Yasmine. It's going to be interesting to see if that affects any of the breakpoints, such as like, I don't know, anybody that specifically targets low armor heroes, if that's going to change things for Yasmine, Ishmael, or Karkh. We'll do that math, or I guess Astrid and Lucas. We'll take a look at that as the weeks go on once more people get these talismans unlocked. That one's not too bad. And then we start to get into the really questionable ones. We've got the Krista talisman that unlocks at 5,000 VIP points, and we have the Lars one that unlocks at 20,000 VIP points. Now, some quick math based on some of the existing bundles that are in game right now puts, the value of VIP at around $1 per 80. Okay, you can see this is really quick math. $10.50, 800. That's about $1-ish per 80 points. This one, is almost $20 per 80 points, or I'm sorry, almost $20 for 1,600. That's about $1 per 80, and as you go up, you can see 30 for 2,400. The math is there. The most efficient package at the highest value is the 115. So if we take 116 and then we divide that by the 8,800, you get, it's about 76. It's about 76 VIP. All right. So it's about $1 per 80 VIP. If we just make it, $1 per 80 VIP, kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. If we need 20,000 VIP divided by 80, that's 250. So you're going to need to spend about $250 to get Lars's Talisman. I don't know if you guys recall, but the first skin plus that came out was this time last year. It was Lars's super skin, and it also costs several $100s to unlock. I'm not sure why Lars is getting the high roller treatment here, but the good news is this doesn't really seem to impact his win and loss rates in PvP, Arena, Grand Arena, and Global Championships. It doesn't seem to be affecting it too much, though. Again, we're only one day into it. He's still winning the fights that he should be winning against. The twins are still losing the fights that they should be losing against. So if you don't spend $250 to get this, unless you're an absolute whale, I think you should relax on the fear of missing out. There will be an option to get this talisman in the future if you do love the twins. Hopefully not for $250. As a reminder, the first Skin Plus did cost several $100s to get. That was Lars, and now you can get it just out of the heroic chest. If you're lucky, you can just get it out of here. Yeah, so there'll definitely be ways to get it in the future. Now, the last one that we have to talk about today is the Karkh Talisman. Now, this one's kind of crazy in my opinion, and I think it's probably the most egregious of all of them. You got to reroll your talisman 500 times. Reroll any talisman slot 500 times. That's what is it? 50,000, because each reroll is 20 cubes. You get 2,000 if you win my contest. You get 2,000. If you win all 5 of my contests, which you can't, you get 10,000. But you need 50,000 in order to get the Karkh Talisman. Well, I'll tell you this, guys. I'll tell you this. The Karkh Talisman, the stat magic defense, it is impactful. From what I understand, it's not necessary. It's not as impactful as maybe getting armor penetration or more physical attack, for sure. But the agility, that bonus armor, that bonus physical attack, that's really where it's going to come into play. Yeah, I'm not seeing many people really chasing. I'm not seeing many people chasing this, just mindlessly re-rolling 500 times. And remember, you've got to re-roll one that you're not even planning on leveling, because once you get the re-roll that you want, you're done. And again, this is something that a lot of whales are going to do anyway. They're going to keep re-rolling talismans until they get access to the exact specific roll that they want. But for the vast majority of us, I don't think that this is going to be achievable. And while I don't really like it in my heart of hearts, this hurts my soul. I think that in the future, when they do make this available, it'll be a lot easier to get, right? And that's the big question that I have, and the big question that I have for the community managers, Hero Wars Alliance as a whole, is when will these be available for the rest of us? If I don't have a level 120 Karkh yet, but I want to get access to this talisman, but I can't afford it, all of these different questions, will I be able to get these in again in the future, and how? Right. Again, as a quick reminder, I really think that we're very early in the talisman's release to really have any kind of definitive opinion on which ones are going to be strong and which ones are going to be weak. My gut feeling is the Ziri, Ishmael, Astrid, and Lucas are going to be pretty amazing. The other 3, I think, are just going to be a lesser priority. And in fact, I don't think any of these are actually a super high priority, though they're just a nice to have kind of thing. There's a lot of people that love to max everything, and those people will probably chase these harder than the average player will. I know personally, if I was actively chasing these, it would be probably the Ishmael skin for me, and maybe the Astrid and Lucas. I don't use Karkh on mobile that much, though, with this bonus agility, it might be worth looking at. And in fact, it looks like he might be effective against some of those crazy Chaba lines you guys were concerned about at the super top end, but that's neither here nor there. There is a blog post with full rules on how to enter the contest in the description box down below. Basically, I need you to leave a comment in the comment section of the YouTube video. We will pick 5 comments at random using a random comment picker, and those 5 winners will win 2,000 meta cubes each, good for, I think, 20 rerolls or 200 rerolls. I don't know what it is. 2,000 meta cubes is, it's free stuff. It is what it is. So hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. Let's see what happens. I mean, we're gonna get some kind of official statement on Monday, if not sooner, about this whole event. I'm sure. I hope at least. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.